Good morning. It is 7:34 and I'm walking. Just left the motel a minute ago. Man, that was a really nice, unanticipated zero day. It's kind of breezy and cool today. The high is only like 72, supposed to be overcast. Rain showers this afternoon. And I'm going up to over 10,000 feet, so maybe interesting. First 7 miles are a road walk, and there's lots of water. So all in all, should be good to go. We got like 0.4 through town, and before we get on the red line road, there's this truck stop here in town. And I was thinking I can't walk by a truck stop without going in. So I thought I'm gonna go in and get like a fresh donut. It's a pretty big place. They had all kinds of like displays of hot food, like chicken strips and French fries and all kinds of stuff, like bratwurst on a stick and a bunch of stuff I'd never seen before. I look all around, I can't find the donuts. I asked the lady and she goes, "Oh, we don't have donuts." How does a big truck stop not have fresh donuts? It's 7:30 and 7:45 in the morning. Anyway, I went ahead and got a milk and like a Hostess pastry. My last little treat as I'm walking out of town. That's the road I walked in on. And this is the road over here that I walk out on. Okay, quick story time. So right now I'm turning around, I'm going the other way. There was a road I just passed up here and I saw that road also goes where I'm going, but the red line was going this way. So I just stayed on the red line because there have been reports somewhere of some dogs coming after hikers. I thought I just found them, that all these barking dogs never left the yard. But anyway, somebody just stopped me in a truck and told me I don't want to go that way. He said everybody's going this way this year. And I explained to him that the map showed that way and I could see they both went to the same spot. But he was very convincing. He didn't want me walking that way for whatever reason. It does look to be maybe a slight bit shorter this way. So I turned around, I hit this other road, see how that goes. So earlier this morning, another story, 6:30, I go over to the McDonald's to get a coffee. And there's a guy sitting outside of the like do-it-yourself car wash next to the motel. I go in, I get my sandwich and my coffee. As I'm walking back, he's on the other side of the road walking the same direction I am with a red backpack. And he real nonchalantly dropped the red backpack next to this drainage ditch and kept walking. So I figured, oh, some kind of deal. And then it's a nice road king. When I was leaving town, there was another overpass about 0.1 down the road that I came in on. There was somebody there just standing there kind of flailing their arms about and walking in circles. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad to not be there. Anyway, here I am back to this other road that this gentleman told me I needed to go on. So I'm gonna walk this way and I'm sure all will be well. I just turned on this road. This is State Highway 126. I wish weight wasn't a thing. Check this out. There's just an old antler right here on the edge of the roadway. I would love to pick that up and carry it, but I'm not carrying that weight. Look what I've noticed. Like all of a sudden, things are green. Like real green grass along the roads. Like not brown desert scrub. There are still patches of that. But they're starting to be actual, like, never thought I'd feel so excited just to see green grass. Huh. All right, here's the end of my paved road walk. Nacimiento, something like that, Lake Trailhead. CDT logo's up there. The road's closed, so I gotta climb through this gate somewhere. But I think we're on gravel road now for a bit. I think this, I have to look, I think I've done like 7 miles so far out of town. I'm at about 7,500 feet. So I've got about 3,000 feet net of gain to get to the high point. That's well over 10,000. Wonder if this used to be. Like there's clearly that rock has all been like stepped out. There's big tanks down there. There's lots of like power boxes. I don't know if it was just a quarry. They were getting rock out of there or what. There's several of these trail signs like that one there. But it appears the CDT goes up this way. Just entered the trees on single track trail. Look at that, back to the big spruce or pine, whatever they are, with the CDT signs. I hear it, but I don't see it yet. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. We've not seen naturally flowing water on this trail other than the Gila River. This is like a clean, clear, rushing stream. It's like a new trail, new beginnings. I only have about a half liter, so I do need to stop and get a little bit. My goodness, how crazy is this? Like, wowza, water. I may have celebrated just a little bit too early. I went and bent down to get water. I'm like, what's that smell? The water is actually kind of cloudy and brownish, and it stinks. But I need water. So hopefully, I'm sure it'll filter fine, but I was like envisioning cold, crystal clear water, and that ain't what it is. This is really neat. Like just, it opened up here just to this little like alpine meadow. We have another stream here. I'm not gonna get water here because I have a little bit. And we're gonna stop for lunch at some more water in about 1.5 miles. Just fields full of yellow and purple wildflowers up against the backdrop of some aspens. Well, this field of wildflowers apparently is nowhere near the trail. I've been walking on this path. There was a CDT sign just right back here. But it shows I'm pretty far off, a few hundred yards at least. So I'm turned around, going back looking for the trail, the ever elusive CDT. Okay, this is where I was just at. It shows I'm not on trail on my map. And this is the direction I went. It shows the trail somewhere way over there. But this is clearly marked. Huh. I guess I'm gonna walk and bushwhack. I'm not sure how that happened. I just bushwhacked through the woods about a 1/4 mile and came to this road that is the trail. But the trail was clearly marked going the other way, and there was not one other path deviating from that. So I don't know if it was rerouted at some point or just the GPS track for the trail was wrong. But whatever, I'm back on a road and on the red line, which is pretty typical. Now I'm just at a complete loss. I don't even know which way is north and south. I was on the trail labeled CDT up to the reservoir. There were 2 CDT signs pointing this way from the direction I was going. I come this way and far out shows me that I'm leaving the trail. So I'm gonna go back and stay on the far out red line, I guess, because I'm not sure. Man, I don't know if they rerouted this and then left signs up. There's signs coming and going from multiple directions. Look at this, a big lake. Wow. What a difference. I'm sitting down here near this lake. There's a little stream going into the lake on this end. I got some water and I'm gonna sit here and have my lunch break. It's kind of getting chilly and windy, so I put my raincoat on. But I may not sit here that long, just depending on how cold it gets here. I haven't looked, but I'm probably close to 9,000 feet, so I still got a good bit to climb to get up over the top of this thing. I am currently at 10,200 feet. And this is like a long flat mountaintop. You can see it's just flat, and for the next several miles it's pretty flat. Done 17.3 and it's a couple minutes after 3 p.m. There is a camp spot, actually like a camp spot on the map, which is very rare for this trail. But the comments say that it's very exposed to wind. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. There's a bunch of comments about different camp situations and where you can't camp because of marshy ground and dead trees and wind and yada yada yada. I'm gonna get up here to this last water on the top in about 3.4 miles and kind of see what time it is and start thinking about the evening plan then. You're not gonna believe this. There's a big patch of snow, and there's another one on the other side. Huh. Another one of these big meadows. This is kind of crazy. I was expecting once we got up to the top of this, like over 10,000, there's like a lip on the elevation map. Thought once we got up there, it would be more like mountaintop, but it's not. More water all right here. Water everywhere up here. So crazy how different it is. Well, physically, the trail's very different to starting today. Mentally, it feels the exact same. I don't really know how there's people in towns, and then as soon as we come to trail, like there's nobody. I haven't seen a soul since I've been out here. I left at like a normal time. You would think that other hikers would have been leaving about the same time, or if any left earlier, maybe I would have caught them, but nope. Huh. It's beautiful, but it's lonely. I stopped about a half mile back for water, but it was out in the middle of a big meadow, and the sun went behind the clouds and the wind was kicking, so it was cold. I didn't film or anything. I have my water for the night. Still way too early to stop, but I've done 21.3. Got to figure out a couple things though. I got to that camping icon up there at 544, something like that, and it's flat-ish, but I've literally seen hundreds of better tent spots. I don't know why that's even on there as a camping icon. It's kind of up, and somehow the way the land lays there, I've had really hardly no wind most of the day other than in certain little spots, and wind was whipping up there. I did have cell signal and I was able to check the weather. I don't think the wind's supposed to be that bad tonight. Gusts are only in the 20s in town with like sustained winds like 7 miles an hour. Now, I'm still over 10,000 feet. The low in town's around 40 degrees, so that means it could freeze up here too. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to go another 45 minutes, and that'll be 6:30. That's still 2 hours before dark, and kind of see where I'm at. One of the issues now, and this was kind of in some comments, you can see behind me, there's just trees, blowdowns everywhere. So you don't really want to camp in areas like this because the wind can blow a tree down on you. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on rolling. My body feels pretty good. I don't know what I've done so far, probably some 23 point something. My feet mildly hurt, but not bad. I don't know. I've just kind of been in a funk today, I think. Even though the trail's been beautiful and it's like been nice to be in different scenery, not the desert, have water everywhere. It's just, I don't know, this whole, like you just go out, you see nobody. You come to town and then you're back into the abyss. And I like hiking alone. I like being by myself. I don't like going days without seeing other humans. It's just not fun. And I'm not complaining. I'm just sharing my feelings and the struggles. This is definitely something that's becoming a pretty big obstacle for me on this hike. But anywho, onward. It's 6:30, so I'm on the hunt for a tent spot. And it's crazy because there were spots all day long until an hour before I needed one. And here's pretty much what everything looks like. Just garbled trees everywhere. I'll find something soon though. What are these? I think signs for the wilderness area probably. Man, that's pretty nice new signage there. Okay. I think we're gonna find somewhere to camp right here. We look around and find us a spot. Okay, I just got here and got set up, but there's someone else here, so I'm gonna close this out quick. I ended up not staying down there. I came up the hill. Got a nice little spot. I did 27.1 today, and I'm ready to eat dinner. And there's a really good view here. So I'm gonna show you the view in just a second. But for now, thanks for watching. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.